Megadeth has finally released the much-anticipated album 13, which hit stores yesterday, Tuesday, November 1st, and it's the first album with original bass player Dave Ellefson since 2001. The album features Public Enemy No. 1, which is the first single from the new collection. Dave Mustaine talked about the importance of finding the right title for his albums and his kids.
When you title a record, it's really important. It's kind of like naming your kid. My son Justice and my daughter Electra both have great names. And we've had some good records. I think that Risk was named appropriately because it was one, and everything else has been named really well. This record was a bit of a stretch because when we decided to call it 13, the artist put the number 13 in the word 13. So it's kind of a, what do they call that, alphanumeric word. So that's really cool. And the artwork is pretty exciting, but most importantly, the music really delivers. It's a very modern sounding record. It's very fresh. It's very energetic.
He also talked about the contribution of producer Johnny K to 13.
Recorded with Johnny K, who Johnny's done a couple bands out here. He worked with Disturbed and worked with Machine Head, and he's worked with a couple other bands that I know of, Stained. He's worked with some successful people, and we just had a great combination when we first got in there. I mean, usually when you're a veteran like myself and you're working with a producer, you don't know who they are, you know, and you kind of just hang out and see who they are and learn a little bit about them. But when we first got in there, I didn't put him through the paces and make him do anything because, you know, there was no need to. He was established, and we had a great chemistry. I think that it's obvious when we did the first song together. We were in the studio 2 months together total. And to break it down, the first week we did Never Dead. The second week we listened to songs. The next week we arranged songs, and for the final 5 weeks we made 13 tracks. And that's a lot of music to play.
To kick off the release of the album, Megadeth played Jimmy Kimmel in Halloween costumes, with Mustaine being Frankenstein. The band also announced the return of Gigantor, and we'll have details about that in the coming days.
Roses on your grave. I'll be on my way. There's no time to stay with the enemy.